Well, ladies and gentlemen, it seems as if the time has finally come. Dallas Cowboys fans have to say goodbye to a quarterback that they have grown up with. No, I'm not talking about Dak Prescott, you salty boys. Go ahead and take your comments back. Cooper Rush is going to the Baltimore Ravens on a 2-year, $12 million deal. Let's get into these reports. We're going to discuss what does this mean for the Dallas Cowboys and their future. Be sure to subscribe for more Dallas Cowboys content as we are quickly approaching 30,000 subscribers. Appreciate all of you guys. All right, here we go. Tom Pelissero reports the Ravens and QB Cooper Rush have agreed to a 2-year contract worth up to $12.2 million per me and Ian Rappaport. Deal negotiated by Equity Sports CEO Chris Cabot. After 8 years in Dallas and a 9-5 record as a starter, Rush now will back up Lamar Jackson. Right. 9-5 record as a starter. That is one of the most talked about statistics concerning Cooper Rush since he's been here. Everyone feels as if Cooper Rush could have done exactly what Dak Prescott did and blah, 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 blah. Those are people that don't know anything about football, man. Look, Cooper Rush, I appreciate your service here in Dallas, but it was time. We saw what it looked like to have a backup quarterback in Cooper Rush take over for a team if your starter goes down. And this is what you're looking for in a backup quarterback. You're looking for a level of consistency. You're looking for no turnovers. And you're looking for a guy that can at least kind of man the ship until the captain gets back, right? And while Cooper Rush can do that, he's been proven to be extremely limited with the Dallas Cowboys. And look, I'm not about to crap on Cooper Rush, man. He seems like a good guy all around. He was a proud Dallas Cowboys while here. He played his part, never caused any kind of distractions or, said anything polarizing when he did get his chance to be the starting quarterback at times. He always understood this was Dak Prescott's team. So nothing but respect to Cooper Rush. I think this more so speaks to the Dallas Cowboys strategy going into this year's NFL draft. And I think we can firmly say that, yes, the reports are true. The Cowboys will be looking to draft a young quarterback in this year's NFL draft, likely on day 3. I'm looking at like a round 5 type of pick. They have multiple picks still in round 5, even with the trades they've made. So I'm looking at the Cowboys to take one of those younger quarterbacks in that round. Now, whether it be someone like a Jalen Milroe or, Jackson Dart, or it depends on where guys fall to or where guys are available at. I just don't think that this is going to be the draft where you find your quarterback of the future, right? I also think it's a little bit too early into Dak Prescott's new contract. It's officially beginning this upcoming season. This isn't me talking as a Dak Prescott fan. Yes, Dak is my guy. No, I don't want to see Dak Prescott not be the quarterback of my team over the next 4 or 5 seasons, right? But talking from a business perspective and a football sense perspective, right? This isn't the draft to get your quarterback of the future. Not only from a talent standpoint, from the quarterbacks that are available, a lot of these guys project are probably going to be career backups, journeymen in the NFL, Gardner Minshew's, if you will, a bunch of Gardner Minshew's. Hell, I think even one of the quarterbacks at the top of the draft, Shadur Sanders, is in danger of kind of going into that territory of kind of being a career journeyman, depending on what team he gets drafted to, right? Because that's what a lot of that depends on. But beyond that, I don't think that there's many guys in this draft that you look at and you're like, hey, they have the potential to be a franchise guy, because a lot of the quarterbacks in this draft are very flawed in one way or another. They're very flawed. Whether you look at a Jalen Milroe and you're like, oh, he kind of has issues with accuracy and actual quarterback stuff, but his athletics are off the charts, right? Then you look at other guys and you're like, oh, they can process the game, but they don't have the athletic attributes needed to be able to play the game at the NFL level. Will Howard, some of these guys like that, right? So this isn't the draft. I think you wait another year, maybe even 2, before you try to draft the quarterback of the future. The quarterbacks that you're drafting this year and probably even next year are just going to be placeholder guys to make sure that you have someone available at the backup position, someone with some traits that you may like, and someone with some potential. You're not looking for bums or anything, but I don't think that you're necessarily going into this draft looking for a guy that's going to be your next franchise quarterback. I mean, you can see here, there's a clear drop-off. After you get past Shadur Sanders. You instantly go into round 2 territory. Then you get to guys like Quinn Ewers, and we've seen what Quinn Ewers is. I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up as the backup quarterback here at all, but we've seen what he is. And by no means should anybody be looking at Quinn Ewers as if he should have a brighter future than what a Dak has been. I mean, I'm just saying, again, this is not me being biased. I'm being legit. I'm being honest, because I do realize that at some point over the next couple of years, the Cowboys are going to go into, let me draft a young guy to develop as the face of the franchise for the future, right? They are going to go into that phase, but this is not the season, and it's just strictly based off the quarterbacks available. I mean, maybe a Tyler Show. He has enough of the actual physical attributes to be a guy that you may want to develop. If we don't get someone like a Tyler Show, though, I wouldn't be looking at the guy sitting behind Dak as a serious threat to his position. The reason I say that, Tyler Show is a 6'5", 220-pound quarterback, senior coming out of Louisville, guy with a big rocket arm. So he has some of those wow factor type tendencies and traits. But again, he's obviously ranked as the 124th best player in this draft for a reason. So this is guys you can likely get probably 4th, 5th round. I know they don't have a 4th rounder, but you can get a guy like a Tyler Show. I would like him much more over Quinn Ewers, Jalen Milroe, awesome athlete, but I'm just not sure about the quarterback side. Maybe getting behind a guy like a Dak Prescott can kind of help him come along. Riley Leonard, I don't really like any of those guys, man. I just don't think they have enough of the physical traits needed to really play at the next level, not enough arm strength, and this just don't pop off the film or anything where you're actually looking at these guys or pop off the field when you're watching the games. They look like quarterbacks that are being held up by the talent around them. Tyler Show, on the other hand, looks like a guy that does have the potential to be something a little bit better than what people may think. So I wouldn't be mad at all about drafting a Tyler Show, and if we let him develop behind Dak, cool. You know, if Dak does end up getting injured again, now you have somebody that's actually interesting that's going to be able to come into the game and still keep fans involved, right? Because when Cooper Rush came in, bro, I think that there was just a massive sense of apathy that overtook the entire fan base, rightfully so, because Pop Gun Rush, he was out there throwing a whole flock of ducks more times than not, and it was kind of frustrating to watch him not be able to throw the ball a certain distance down the field. Again, this is not going to be a crap on Cooper Rush show. We appreciate Cooper Rush for what he did, but this is notable for the Cowboys because this is going to be the first time in 8 years that they're looking for a new backup quarterback. And with Dak Prescott's age and kind of where he is health-wise, and he kind of has some things to prove coming back next season, this could be a very, very pivotal decision because this guy could end up playing. And that's just being realistic. Dak is my guy. Being realistic, this guy could end up playing if anything were to happen to Dak. You know, if he's throwing the ball and he snaps his thumb on someone's helmet or whatever it may be, if anything were to happen, you would see whoever the backup quarterback come in have a chance to really, you know, make a stamp on this team and make a stamp on that moment because, yeah, at that point, you would have to look at it as a business person and be like, okay, another injury. We're going to have to start looking towards something else if my guy can't stay healthy, right? And I think that's just being realistic, but I don't think that's going to be a problem. I think Dak's going to come back. He's going to be a stud. We're not going to have any of those kind of issues. Dak's going to kind of come on a revenge tour, finally get that comeback player of the year award that he was robbed of when Joe Burrow won it. And I think that we're going to have a fairy tale ending this season. I'm not ready to give my prediction yet, let you know how far I think we're going to go. I want to see how the draft plays out and kind of any of these post-June 1 cut pickups, anything like that. Kind of want to see how some of the rest of this stuff plays out. But yeah, I like Tyler Show a lot. If we picked anybody, I would really, really prefer a Tyler Show. Real big guy, big arm, and I think that he just has really good quarterback traits, right? But beyond that, Cooper Rush to Baltimore. Let me know what you think about all this stuff down in the comments below. And who do you think that they're going to draft in the NFL draft? And how high do you think they're going to go to find a quarterback? I think that's an interesting discussion to have. Dak Prescott is still our quarterback, damn it. Don't get ignorant in the comments. Either way, how about them Cowboys?
Calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, am I still them boys? Y'all usually check on me. Listen. I'm still them boys. Hey! Woo! Hey! I'm still them boys.